Hey, welcome everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use torrents. Now, if you want to see the written version of this video, you can find a link to our website in the video description. Might be thinking, hold on, aren't torrents illegal? Merciful heavens, my word, heavens to Betsy. I don't know why people are always praising heaven to save Betsy. I hope Betsy's alright. I don't think Betsy's doing too well. She seems to be known worldwide. I don't know who she is though. I feel like I'm in the dark. Anyway, so the thing about torrents is that they are, I don't know if I'm using the right word here, synonymous. I'm trying to sound very intelligent. No, that's the correct word. They're synonymous with illegal downloading. But that's not really the case. They can be used 100% ethically and legally. In fact, the file I'm going to be demonstrating how I'm going to download with torrents and how to use it can be done anywhere in the world, and you're not breaking any laws, okay? So people just use it as a means of convenient way to download content illegally, like movies, video games, MP3s, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. Before we dive into it, one thing I want to mention is that in this video, I'm going to show you how to use torrents. In a previous video, I'll put a link in the video description. I explained torrents. I explained what they are, you know, the methodology, the vocabulary, seeders, leechers, blah, blah, blah. I don't think many people are going to care about that. I just want to know how do I use torrents. I just want to get onto it. Yeah, but that video is available because anyway, okay, so we're going to start off with going to a search engine. I'm using Startpage, which is a privacy-based search engine. It has no way of tracking my account because they don't allow you to log in. That's what I use. So I'm going to simply type in bittorrent. Torrent. We need a torrent client. This is the program that will allow us to utilize the torrent or BitTorrent protocol rather. You don't have to use this. I really like it because it's free. It's open source, so it's very transparent about the code. The website looks like it's from the 90s, the good old days of the internet. And when it basically go is to download. Everything you see me doing on this video, you're allowed to question if it's safe to download or not. I encourage you to question me, as you should do with anything you're downloading on the internet. So I'm on my Windows laptop system. I haven't dual booted to Linux yet, but yes, it is available for Linux. I use it on Linux Mint on my desktop. It works phenomenal. But we're going to do it on just Windows, just for demonstration purposes. And then for Qubit in particular, you can use other clients. Like I used to use uTorrent back in the day, but it's become heavily bloated with ads and stuff. I don't like it. But with Qubit in particular, it's kind of confusing because you're like, what do I do here? You're looking for the newest version. It's usually the most popular downloads per week. Click that. And then again, you might get confused again. Well, which one do I download? You typically want to download the installation files. So for some Linux distributions, it might be .deb. Windows is .exe. And Macs or package or some other garbage. I don't know. It's a garbage operating system, so whatever. Sorry, I had to say it. But it's typically the most popular one. You want to download it, install it, and run it. Okay? So that's done. So now we want to open the torrent client. And here you have some things to do, okay? You don't have to do this, but the things to keep in mind. And this is how it works in BitTorrent. It might work a little bit differently in other clients, but the principle is relatively the same. In BitTorrent, you want to go to Tools and then Options. And then what you want to do is, like I like to do, is change where is the downloads going to go. So you scroll down, and here, you could change the path. Okay, so default is Downloads folder. I'm fine with that. That's cool. Another thing like some people like to check and change is the speed. Okay. I have a 1 gigabits per second plan, so you notice my number is huge. This equates to almost translated to 850 megabits per second download, so it gives me about 250 rest left for my family to use. And then you can change these numbers, like here I changed it to 200 because I was uploading something else to my home server when I was remote. We can play and fiddle with these numbers. For people that have slow internet, maybe you have really limited plans, especially if you're on cable, okay? The problem with cable internet technology is that when you're uploading, it starts to really reduce your download speed. And this is a problem if you're downloading torrents here and then the rest of your family is using other services to download or stream content throughout the rest of your home. So you especially want to cap what you're doing here, okay? So these are things to consider. You don't have to do it, but I explained some of these details in the other video in which I explained torrents. Okay. Another thing I also explained in the torrent explanation video is use a VPN. I am using Proton VPN. I'm a paid customer, and you can use their traditional connection here, but you can also flip to a peer-to-peer. It's just specifically just works a little bit better in terms of latency and bandwidth capabilities and port capabilities. But you can copy the port number, which is recommended if you're using a peer-to-peer VPN. Again, you don't have to. I just noticed it helps the download speed. And then you want to go to connection. and then here, port used for incoming connections, I paste it. Every time you connect to a new VPN connection or establish a new connection, the port number will most likely change because you're most likely connecting to a different server located within whatever country you're connecting through. This is important because it masks your traffic, so your internet service provider, your ISP for short, can't see that you're downloading torrents. Even if we're going to do something completely allowed and legal, like we're going to do in this video, a lot of ISP companies, the second they see peer-to-peer connectivity, which again, I explained in the other video what that is, they start to throttle and slow down your internet connection. Using a VPN, it encrypts the traffic, they cannot see what I'm doing, and they will not throttle it. We want to then go back to my search engine, start page, or whatever search engine you're using. Hopefully not one with tracking. And we're going to download Linux Mint, okay? This is a free open source operating system, which I use as my daily driver. I just haven't loaded on this laptop yet. And I'm going to go to downloads. And there's different versions. They just have different interfaces. One is more minimal than the other, but I use Cinnamon. We'll just use that for demonstration purposes. And here, typically on a website when you're downloading something, especially an operating system like Windows or Linux, you'll have direct downloads where you can download it directly from the website itself. Here we have different mirror links. But in this case, because they want to spend too much money on servers and bandwidth, which can be very expensive, especially when you're hosting in a cloud or you're self-hosting a server, for organizations like Linux Mint, which they're giving this away for free, they don't make money like Microsoft or Apple and Mac OS. They're going to use torrents because it distributes the network load onto other people like me who are about to download it, okay? So what we'll do is we'll click download. This is going to download the torrent file. Again, all this is explained in the other video. Other websites might open the magnet link and open it directly in the client. This one will not. It's going to download the actual file. As you can see, it wants to download a .torrent file, and we'll just download it to the desktop, open it, and we'll open in the client we just got, which was bittorrent. What are we downloading? Where's it going to download? Blah, blah, blah. All that is demonstrated and shown here. So we're downloading Linux Mint, the operating system. Again, it's free, open source, and it kind of hides it, but you can see the file size of it. You can then set a customized download path if you don't want to use a default one. You can set other features here. This one's pretty important if you are limited on size. The total torrent size. So let's say you have 100 files you're going to download. Each one you check or uncheck will change the file size. You notice it's going to be changing here. So it'll show the total size of the entire torrent that you selected. And then also show how much space is left on your drive for utilization. So if you have 100 files, you can actually deselect maybe 87 of them, and that leaves you what? What's the math? 13 to use, okay? So you can click and choose. So if you were allowed, I know some countries you are allowed to download albums. It is not against the law, but you only want to download maybe 2 songs out of 20. You can select and deselect that and ignore the rest. Okay, saves you a bit of time and some of your internet bandwidth. So we're gonna hit OK because I'm ready to download it. Okay, so here's the torrent. It's kicking off. You can see it's slowly building up, and these numbers are going to slowly increase because the longer it has established connection, the more people it'll connect to. These are people sharing it on their home computers or maybe their home servers or home lab, whatever it may be. Let me slow down the speed here because I really want to demonstrate. Goodness, let's do this 5, something like that. Okay, I'm gonna really kill because I have 1 gigabits per second. It's going too fast, and you can see it's just completely crashing down in speed. I want to demonstrate some stuff. Okay, so again, this is applicable in other torrent clients, but if you click here and then click general at the bottom, you get general information. Progress is pretty cool because I'm downloading all these different colors from these different folks because it's broken down into various parts. That's how torrents works, and that's the beautiful thing about them. So if one of these people here of the 94 were to suddenly drop and they were sharing this tiny little green space here, well, it doesn't matter because I'll get it from the next person and they'll resume that part here. The beautiful thing about torrents, I didn't even mention, is you can shut this down, come back tomorrow, and as long as there's people to connect to, it'll resume exactly the same. I have never ever in my experience of using torrents for like many years experienced an issue where resuming broke something. It's never happened to me. If you go to trackers, these are some of the tracking information they're distributing. Peers, this is all the folks. So you can see these people in the United States, UK, so on and so forth, and their various IP addresses. Most likely a lot of these people are behind a VPN. Some of them might not be. And you can see what kind of client they're using. You see bittorrent is a very popular one, okay? HTTP source, nothing there. And the content. In case you decide, hey, maybe there's 10 files part of an album you're downloading, a music album, you decided, you know what, I don't want to actually download song number 6, but I want to download song number 1 and 3. Well, you can adjust it and check it here. Right now, I unselected the only file, so it's going to stop. Bad idea, but you get the idea. And then when it's done and completed, that's it. You want to try to seed, okay? So, for example, here at the bottom, when this is complete, I will have downloaded 2.87 gigs. Okay, it'll show the total number here, way at the bottom. This is how much I've uploaded so far, 195 megabytes. Not a lot. You want to try to reach the same 1-to-1 ratio. You want to have it so that you're helping the community and all these other folks, because seeders, as I mentioned in the other video in deeper details, are the people that have 100% and are sharing it to the people globally around, like me. So it's important that I think that you share back as much as possible. But I want to show these are all the little parts being downloaded in different segments and chunks. And you notice that it'll all eventually become a solid red. That's just the color outlined here. And it tells you here's a legend when you hover over it. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's how you use torrents. Again, it is completely ethical to use torrents if used appropriately, but it can be used for illegal purposes because it's just so darn easy. A VPN connection is always highly recommended because you don't want your internet service provider to see what you're doing just for privacy purposes. Then if they see you're using peer-to-peer protocol like BitTorrent, they'll just slow down your internet even if you're doing everything by the book and not breaking any laws. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to check out my website link in the video description. Hit the like button, it does help. Subscribe, and thanks for watching.